the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mic check. Let me see. Mic check. Mic check.
Yes,
Mic
sir,
check.
baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. I'm so excited
Mic
for this
check,
one.
mic
Late
check,
Bankz
mic check.
in the
Let me see.
building.
Yo, how y'all feeling? You already know who it is.
You already know who it is. I'm so
Damn
excited to
Danny in
have
the
you.
building.
It's been crazy because
supposed to be.
I think our good friend Coey from Talk of the Town was one of the first people to really put me onto your music, and ever since then I've just become such a fan.
You know,
Like,
I love Talking to Town. Shout out Coey. Shout out the whole team.
yeah, because I'm like Lay really the one, because like I think I even saw you. Were you dancing in a D Sturdy video too? You had like a.
Yeah, I was in one of his videos.
Which video was that one?
I think it was the Shakeover.
Was that the one in the school?
Oh, I was in that one too.
You were in that was the one that I remember you from.
Yeah, I was in there.
So it was funny because like when I started listening to your music after like Coey had put me on, I was like, this girl looks mad familiar. I'm like, where I seen this girl before? And then I went back to Sturdy's video and I'm like, that's her right there. I'm like, that's crazy. But I think it's so fire how you got that, you've been doing the music, but then also you've just been popping up in everybody's videos, dancing and stuff like that too for a while.
For sure.
How you been?
I've been good, man. I'm just focused, trying to chase a dream. That's it.
You've been traveling a lot recently too, right?
Yeah, LA, Atlanta, here.
Yeah, because like
Everywhere.
I think when we first tried to set this up, you actually went to go do Wild and Out,
Yeah.
which congratulations first of all.
Thank you.
Because I feel like I don't really see too many rappers, artists this early on in their career like get to make it to Wild and Out like that. And I think,
Definitely.
and for you, I think that's such a big stepping stone. So how did that Wild and Out situation come about?
Well, they hit me and my team up and just was like, we would love to have her on the show.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, well, that would be like insane. Like, I watched this show. Like, let's do it. Let's knock it out. And well, from there.
Okay.
Now,
Young Queen.
did you just
They
perform or
did
did you
Wild
actually
and Out, salute to her.
participate?
I
Salute to her.
participated and I performed.
Okay. What did they have you do?
She
We
moving
played
nice.
like a bunch
She
of
moving
games.
mad nice.
Okay.
I don't want
Yeah,
to spill
supposed to
too
be.
much tea because I want y'all to watch it when it come out.
Right.
But we played like a bunch of games. You know how they do the games on the show. And then we had like intermission. After the intermission, I got to like meet people and take pictures. And then after that, they let me perform, and it just was like such a great experience. I would love to do that
Interesting.
again.
Did they? Was there anybody else? Like any other special guests that day
Nick
too?
Cannon.
Or was it just you?
Salute to you.
It was
Salute to
me
Nick
and I
Cannon.
think like another big like TikToker,
Okay.
but I'm not really sure who.
Nick Cannon, obviously.
Throwing
yeah,
ditties.
So you got to like chop it up, hang out with Nick a
Throwing
little
ditties.
bit too.
Yeah, he's super like
My fault.
he's an amazing person, like great personality.
Mhm.
Just got a lot of knowledge to give too. I would say
What did he give you? What knowledge did he give you?
keep working hard. Like you got your foot on their necks. Just keep going.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, like you watching me? Like it's great to have you on the show. Like we love having people that we've seen before. I'm like, oh snaps, you seen me before? Like, so that was like something that really like hit me. Like, oh snaps, like people this big is like watching me.
Because like if you think about like, well, first of all, he has a lot of kids. So by process of elimination,
Shouldn't be worried
one of
about
his kids had to have heard the song on TikTok. You know what I'm
for sure,
saying?
yeah.
So I feel like that's also probably a way that he might have found you too. His kids might have been doing one of the dances and whatnot, and like it was just like, wait a second, yo, who's this girl?
No, for sure, yeah.
That's fire though. But do you think about that a lot? Like how like people, because like because he recognized you, right? Do you think about how many people are actually watching you but just haven't said anything yet? Like how many people probably are tapped in, tuned in, all that stuff?
I think about that all the time because it's like you never know who watching, so you got to be on your 10 toes like all the time. And it's like, damn, people in the industry and people across the world, people in Africa, like I don't know
Yeah.
who's watching me. And it's like I got 1 million followers. Like anybody could be looking at me right now. So it's a great thing though. It's great to have that.
Aside from
to
Wild
her.
and Out, what do you
Salute
feel
to
like has been like
her. Young Queen.
the craziest moment or reach out that has happened to you this year?
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta shine light on my man PNB.
PNB, rest in peace, PNB.
Yeah, rest in
Yeah,
peace.
like,
Rest in peace.
We had did a collab in 2021, and we made a song together. And then I had recently made this new song, City Needs Something, and he reached back out to me and was like, yo, like, you going hard, just keep going. And it was a couple days before he actually passed, actually. And just hearing from him, and him being one of my favorite artists is like that just really hit me. So I gotta shine light on that.
But yeah, no, it's because like when I saw the post that you had done, whether I think it was like around the time he passed or right before, you had spoken about like kind of what you just said now, where how he kind of one, of course, was one of your favorite artists, but two, like in a way, he also became a mentor figure to you as well.
Definitely, but somebody else that I gotta bring light to is Derek Milano. You ever heard of Derek Milano?
Yes, I have heard Derek. Yeah, me and Derek Milano, I think we were talking
Is PNB rough in Philly? I don't think so.
a couple weeks ago. I think he's gonna come up here soon too.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Like Derek, he became like a brother to me. Like from working with him, he's like a big brother. Like he's such a big inspiration. He's a lyricist.
Yeah.
He got a lot of knowledge to give, and he's super talented. And just being in the studio, being in his presence is fucking amazing.
Was that also kind of like how did he find you like the same way PNB did, or y'all knew each other for some time?
It kind of happened through like management and team and my team and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So how is he he's just been a mentor, he's giving you game, like how has he kind of helped your career out?
Since I've met him, since we've been in the studio, like he's kind of been somebody I could like rely on for advice, information when I need help, or like he's good to look to help me with hooks or like verses, or like if I'm like, damn, I'm stuck, like I know I could call Derek, like Derek my guy. And then like even with life problems, like he got the best advice when it comes to life shit. Like he's just so knowledgeable. So.
I think it's cool how because one, I feel like so obviously you know so many people, but so many people have obviously also come on this show and like giving you your flowers and like have talked so highly of you. Like I mentioned, I just had Bam Man here. Bam Man was talking about how you basically created like a subgenre of club music, like R&B club. I gotta figure out what he said, but I think he said like R&B club. And then even like when I had Tura here like a month or two ago, he was like, you know, there's so many people in Philly really doing it. And obviously he's 30s, you of course. So I think that it's so cool how like obviously you've reached this height already so early on in your career, but you also have like respect from everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's really fire too.
See, but like I feel like it took time to get to that point, because you know, being a young lady and you know being a singer or a rapper or whatever you are in this industry, it's a man's world already. So like, I really had to earn my respect, and everybody that respect me, I respect them.
Right. And you're also doing like a really, like I saw you up with Maya the Don, right? And I love how you linked up with Maya, because it's like I feel like both of y'all, you know, she had Telfie, you had your songs that were going crazy on TikTok, and I feel like both of y'all kind of were coming up at the same time. So when I saw y'all together, I was like, nah, this is beautiful.
No, for sure.
Because your energies match really well too.
We got a banger coming. Like the hit we got coming, you are gonna be like, what the fuck? Like this shit gonna fuck the world up. Like it's a good one.
Now here's my question about that, right? Because is it like, are you and Maya like meeting in the middle on the sound, or like is Maya kind of leaning more towards like the sing-songy stuff that you be doing, or are you leaning more towards?
We meeting in the middle.
You meet in the middle, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We meeting in the middle. We bringing both worlds together.
Okay, fire. So like you'll be singing a little bit, and then she'll be doing her thing too. I like that, because you and Maya's energy too is as being around Maya. You can't help but like smile and be like, yeah, she's fire. And I feel like you also carry that same energy with you. So I think y'all two together is going crazy.
No, for sure. And like I'm really just excited for us to take over. Like Maya's super talented. I gotta give her flowers. Like she's lyrical.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is having a splendid, marvelous week. And today, we got from Philly, we got a little young queen called named Lay Bankz. Let's give it up for Lay Bankz, everybody. And y'all know Uber already. Lay Bankz from Philly. And we don't know her age. We don't know what type of music she do. Let's give it up for Lay Bankz, and let's kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest. Cause
it is.
Today.
Yeah,
thing
supposed to
attached
be.
to her hand? Ooh, that's some good ass squid glue.
When was the last time you had this much fun at the movies?
That is what we do on Juneteenth.
The Blackening, rated R.
Some of the positives is that people just hearing me. I love to know that I really got people out there listening to me, and people really feel something when they listen to my music. Like somebody hitting me up like, yo, like, you just made my day. Like, you made me feel good today, or you made me go through, like, I got through this because of this song.
Yeah.
Or, like, that stuff just makes me feel amazing because it's like, that's what I want to do for people. I want to change the world with my sound.
Yeah.
And I feel like some negative things, like, I don't really see no negative. Because,
Okay.
like, I don't like to pay attention to stuff like that. Like, it don't bother me. You know, some people gonna like you, some people gonna hate you. And it's like, you got to take it to the chin and do what you do.
Right. I was also like kind of going off what you just said right there. Like, do you, you know, with you rising up so quickly, is it hard? Like, do you look at the comments? Like, are you kind of like in there reading what people are saying, or have you kind of learned to block that out now?
I used to read comments, but I stopped. Like, I don't even look at the comments because it's like, people gonna say what they want to say. Everybody got an opinion, and like, you read too much, and it's gonna get in your head, and you don't want shit to fuck with you. So like,
Right.
I just stay away from that.
And you don't want it to fuck with your sound too, because like people might say
Definitely,
like,
like-
oh, I don't like how you sounded like this on this, and then you like,
Oh shit,
damn.
maybe I should change this in the studio, and then
Yeah.
it don't sound right, and then now you stuck. Like, that's why I don't pay attention to stuff like that.
I think what did Coach just say before? Negative comments get quicker negative. What do you say? Like negative something.
Feedback.
Quicker reactions or something like that. Like negative news gets quicker reactions. So
That's
like,
true.
And or like negative comments are
Yeah.
easier to just kind of spew out there than positive. That's why
Like negative.
positive news spreads slower than negative.
Yeah.
The negative news, yeah.
Definitely.
And like the internet's just like, you know, I'm sure you've noticed, but like I've learned that like
I don't want to say like getting critique or anything, but maybe just getting like bad feedback.
a lot of the people who be in these comments are just like kids, like little kids
they-
hating
and
for
that's
no
why
reason.
you
Like
really
little-
can't pay attention to it anyway.
it's like
These are
little
just
dudes.
kids. Like, they don't know what they talking about.
Right.
They just be talking.
That part too. And
They never
did you do
yet.
the Canada show with Shy yet? Did that happen already? How was that?
That was like awesome. Like, going to a whole different like setting and a whole different place in the world, and they know your songs is like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
y'all really know my dance? Like, that shit was crazy. Like, they was really in the crowd. Like, and I'm like, oh snaps. Like,
Was that your first show out of the States?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It
Congrats.
was. Thank you so much. It was like a great experience, and I would love to go back to Canada. Like, T.O.T. hold it down.
I ain't gonna lie though, but like you and Shy K is such an interesting like okay, you saying people know your dance and they was doing it in the crowd, but that's such an interesting thing to like mix your fan base with
with Shy K,
K's.
because like, and then I dance battle one of the boys. He was like, yo, I could dance better than you. I could dance better than you. I was
Like a fan or like someone who
a
shot
fan.
dance?
And I was like, all right, come on the stage. He come on the stage. He don't even do the hips. He start like doing the New York shit.
Yeah, the gangsta,
and I'm like,
yeah.
yo, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. But like, it was just such a funny thing. And like, it was such a great experience. Like, seeing the two fan bases mix, and like, I just thought it was crazy. Like, that people came out, and then I had actual like hardcore supporters that was in the crowd, like
real.
fan pages that was in the crowd, like, yo, Lay, like, I was at your Toronto show, like, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That's tough.
Like, that's so lit.
Plus, it also shows that
the
you can
travel.
like mix
Salute her.
fan bases like
She
that.
got
Because I
the
think
travel.
people sometimes are like, especially with an artist like Shy K, they're like, can my fan base also pop out to the show and have a good time, right? But that just showed that you and Shy, like, obviously there's some similarities in your music, but also a lot of differences. So I think that that's cool that one, it was an international show, but two, it showed that, oh, you can have like Lay's fan base and you can have Shaw's fan base in the same place, and everybody has a good time. There's no issues,
Exactly.
no nothing. Nobody feels
Yeah.
weird. Like, everybody can enjoy this show at the same time.
For sure. For sure.
That's fire. Y'all don't have anything. Y'all haven't worked on anything, right?
No, we haven't worked on anything, but
Okay.
like, it might be in the works.
It might be in the works.
Yeah.
Like Lola, just, you know, sprinkle like right here. Sprinkle the good energy out there,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I gotta say, like, I want to tell you too, like, one of the first videos I saw of yours, and let me see if I can find it on your gram, that made me a fan. It was like you were doing like this a cappella thing where I forgot where you were. You were snapping and you were singing, and that's when I was like, nah, she got it. Hold on, I'm gonna see
I
if I
think
can
you're
find
talking
it.
about the one where I was singing.
This
You
one,
wanna hop into
this
a
shit,
freestyle real
was it?
quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This is
it.
before Anxious came out, right?
Yeah, that's before Anxious came out.
This shit was fire.
Let's try to hop into our freestyle real quick.
See? I'm gonna just put that vid like right here so y'all can see. But like that.
Let's try to. Let me see. Let me try to put this in real quick. Let me see. Y'all supposed to be? Is y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. I don't think so. Y'all ready? I don't think so.
Sunshine on the beach with my back out. In a two-piece, I'ma make 'em go. Start blinking, make the city go blackout. Walk with a limp, hip hurt like ow. Taking pics with the fans. Don't gotta talk, I'ma just do my dance. They do my moves, they be trying to my stance. I am not human, I'm way too advanced. Come get this. Come get this. Come get this. Come get this. I walk in the party, I'm lit. Don't gotta bang, but you know I'm a blick. My brother be rocking this hip with it hot on the hip. I'm like, hold on, don't bang that. Footwork, Luke Kane, that. Two-step, then tang that. Stand on the couch, Rick James, that. Tap my mind, then bang that. Lick it.
Where y'all supposed to be? Where y'all supposed to be? Let's try to the set. Hold on, wait.
If I was a rich girl, shoot the bands like a SRT. Brought the whole hood to the VIP. Go hard and I'm go y'all sneak. Swimming in money, I'm in too deep. We in the wrist, but we in too sweet. 30 below on my wrist like shit. Looking for a bad chick like me. Come get this. Come get this. Come get this. Come get this.
Where y'all supposed to be? 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 Hold on, wait. One more time. Hold on, wait. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Where y'all supposed to be?
Sunshine on the beach with my back out. In a two-piece, I'ma make 'em go. Start blinking, make the city go blackout. Walk with a limp, hip hurt like ow. Taking pics with the fans. Don't gotta talk, I'ma just do my dance. They do my moves, they be trying to my stance. I am not human, I'm way too advanced. Come get this. Come get this.
Where y'all supposed to be? Where y'all supposed to be?
Come get this. I walk in the party, I'm lit. Don't gotta bang, but you know I'm a blick. My brother be rocking this hip with it hot on the hip. I'm like, hold on, don't bang that. Footwork, Luke Kane, that. Two-step, then tang that. Stand on the couch, Rick James, that. Tap my mind, then bang that. Lick it.
From the 202, everybody, where y'all supposed to be?
If I was a rich girl, shoot the bands like a SRT. Brought the whole hood to the VIP. Go hard and I'm go y'all sneak. Swimming in money, I'm in too deep. We in the wrist, but we in too sweet. 30 below on my wrist like shit. Looking for a bad chick like me. Come get this. Come get this. Come get this. Come get this.
Hey, Lay, that was kind of cool. Hey, that was kind of cool. Hey, Lay, that was kind of cool. Salute to you, Lay. Hold on. Back to the interview. That was kind of cool. That was kind of
And
cool.
like, I can't do that, but like, it was
That
just
was
such a funny thing, and like, it was such a great experience, like seeing the two fan
That was
bases
kinda cool.
mix, and
Salute
like,
to you.
I just thought it was
Salute to you.
crazy, like that people came out, and then I had actual like,
What do y'all think? On a scale of 1 to 10? I'd give Lay like a 8, 9. 8, 9. No 10. No 10. 8, 9. That's it.
hardcore
8, 9.
supporters that was
8,
in the
9.
crowd,
For
like
real.
fan pages that was in the crowd, like, yo, Lay, like I was at your Toronto show, like, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That's tough.
Like that's
So
so,
you really
lit.
got like
Plus,
a
it also shows that you
small-
could like mix fan bases like that. Because I think
small,
people
strong.
sometimes are like, especially with an
Small,
artist like
strong.
Shy K, they're like,
Small,
can
strong.
my fan base also pop out to the show and have a good time,
Mhm.
right? But that just showed that you and
Like, you really got a Jersey feeling. See, you know, that's crazy. You from Philly. You from Philly. You got like a Jersey feeling. So that's kind of crazy.
Sha, like obviously there's some similarities in your music, but also a lot of differences. So I think that that's cool that one, it was an international show, but two, it showed that, oh, you can have like Lay's fan base and you can have Sha's
there's
fan
no
base
way.
in the same place, and
And-
everybody has a good time. There's no issues,
Exactly.
no nothing. Nobody feels
Yeah.
weird. Like everybody can enjoy this show at the same time.
For sure. For sure.
That's fire. Y'all don't have anything.
Like,
Y'all
she
haven't
fire.
worked on anything,
She
right?
fire.
No, we haven't worked on anything, but
Okay.
like it might be in the works.
It might be in the works.
Yeah.
Like Lola, just sprinkle like right here.
Lay back.
Sprinkle the good energy out there,
Yeah,
right?
for
Lay
sure.
back to
I gotta say, like, I want to tell you too, like, one of the first videos I saw of yours, and let me see if I can find it on your gram, that made me a fan. It was like you were doing like this acapella thing, where I forgot where you were. You were snapping and you were singing, and that's when I was like, nah, she got it. Hold on, I'm gonna see.
I
if
think
I
you're
can
talking
find it.
about the one where I was singing
This
Anxious.
one. This it? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This is
it.
before Anxious came out, right?
Yeah, that's before Anxious came out.
This shit was fire. See? I'm gonna just put that vid like right here so y'all can see. But like that was like what really made me a fan. Cause I was like, oh nah, this girl got it.
No, for sure. I appreciate that, yo. Like, it was such a I love singing. Like, so anything singing, anything just performing,
Yeah.
I'm with it. You know
Did you have fun at Made in America? Cause I'm gonna be honest, I think it was JID set. And I was in VIP with some of the label people, and I was like,
JID
oh, look,
set?
I saw you on the side of the stage too. I saw like you, Sturdy, everybody was running around. I saw
Yeah.
Tierra Whack was there.
Whack, shout out to Wacka Flacka.
Yeah, shout out to Whack. But I wanted to ask what that experience was like for you, because I'm sure it might not be your first Made in America, but it probably
It actually was my first.
Oh, it was your first?
Yeah.
Was it was it like Tierra, like her first Made in America, not sneaking in, or was it like?
No, it was literally my first Made in America,
Okay.
like, period.
I had to ask, because you know Tierra, because I think the first time I saw Tierra at Made in America was back in 2019, and she had like said on stage, she's like, this is my first Made in America that I didn't sneak into. So I had to ask that for you, but I thought that was cool because, you know, for you, that experience being your first Made in America, but also your first Made in America since like people knowing you as an artist. Did you get obviously Tierra, you got to meet Tierra, but
Yeah.
like, did you get to meet Uzi? Like, what was that experience like backstage with you? Like, were people like, oh shit,
It was
like,
great, like, and it seemed like almost everybody knew me. I met JT, I met Uzi.
Dope.
Me and Tierra, like, that's my guy. Tierra, Wacka Flacka. That's what I call her.
Why do you call her Wacka Flacka?
Because she called me Lay's Chips. Like,
That's funny as fuck.
So, but I met
Salute
I
to
met a
you,
lot
bro.
of people. I met some DJs.
You got to meet Uzi.
Trying to think. Of course, shout out to like Too Rare and them,
Yep,
Sturdy,
yep,
all of them. I saw them.
Who? Core? Oh, Core,
I
yeah.
actually didn't see Core though. I didn't see him.
Yeah, he did. He was on the stage at the entrance, I think. But yeah, shout out Core, shout out Philly,
Yeah,
man.
shout out Core. That's my guy.
And then you know what else I'm gonna manifest? You're gonna be in the lineup next year.
Oh, for sure.
You're gonna manifest
sprinkle
it,
it.
man. And then
Yeah,
we gonna
yeah,
bring this
sprinkle
clip
it.
back, and we gonna be like, oh shit, Lay's on the lineup.
Yep.
And we'll be seeing you on one of those stages next year.
You all ready?
So what do you got coming up next? What are we working on? What's going on with you? What do the people got to know that you got coming out soon?
Me and Maya, the Don, got No More Crying coming out. I have the video for Left Cheek coming out next month.
Right.
And
I think I saw the premiere for it on YouTube too.
that's about to come out. And then at the top of the year, I'm dropping my first EP,
Nice. What's the EP called? Can we say?
Mania.
Mania. Why Mania?
I'm gonna get into that when they come out.
All right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
I'll see you
Not
again
too
when they
much.
come out.
Yeah, you're gonna see me again when they come out. I promise.
Well,
I'm
look,
big
congratulations on everything. We're gonna have you. What are you doing today? Performance, freestyle? What are we doing?
freestyling.
Freestyle? Oh, we got a freestyle. Nice. All right, cool. So by the time y'all see this, her freestyle's out. So go check that out. Before we get out of here, let the people know they can follow you. Or anything else you want to let the people know? Now's the time to do it. This camera right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right, bet. What's good, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your favorite little mommy, Lay Bankz. You can follow me on all social media at LAYBANKZ. That's LAYBANKZ. Big Banks. You already know.
Big Bankz in the building. Go follow her. Go run up the freestyle. Mania EP top of the year. Go check that out. You
Because I don't think y'all ready yet. Let's try to hop into a video.
About the barber, 11 sneakers on, everything under armor. You put that shit on, yeah, that's what had me on you. Can't be alone, yeah, that's why they all want you. Time stood still when you slid through for the one time. I was posted in the bed with my day ones when you caught my eye. Oh yeah, all of the feelings that we thought we let go. I keep running back for sure. So my partners rather die before I fall with you. If I'm under these emotions, can't get over you. I'm tripping under getting over you. I'm tripping under getting over you. Had to catch myself from flashing back the old memory. If I'm tripping, then I know you down bad over me. I'm tripping under getting over you. Tripping under getting over you. Out of my feelings in my bag. Yeah, out of my feelings in my bag. Oh yeah, out of my feelings in my bag. Out of my feelings in my bag. Come on, pull up on me, fresh up out the barber. 11 sneakers on, everything under armor. With that shit on, yeah, that's what had me on you. that for sure. So my partner's rather die before I fall with you. If I'm under these emotions, can't get over you. I'm tripping under getting over you. I'm tripping under getting over you. Had to catch myself from flashing back the old memory. If I'm tripping, then I know you down bad over me. I'm tripping under getting over you. Tripping under getting over you. Out of my feelings in my bag. 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 Out of my feelings in my bag.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really?